Don't be a Doug. Order from Dorkside Toys. Okay people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Today we're taking a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Thor Ragnarok Grandmaster and Korg 2-pack. Now you guys know me, I love my movie figures. I just cannot get enough of them. I like, seeing the movies, which I have no problem with. I love them all. If I can just sit back for a couple hours and go, I'm not thinking about real life, then I'm completely happy with the movie. And then getting plastic representations of those characters that I love from those movies, you can't beat that, can you? Looking at the package, it's your standard Marvel Legends 2-pack, at least MCU 10th anniversary, 80th anniversary, whatever you want to call it. It's got the window, it shows the figures, it's got the logo for the movie. On the side, we get a drawing of Korg from the movie. On the back, same thing, Jeff Goldblum as the Grandmaster, Korg bios for both, movie poster for Ragnarok, some warnings, some unreadables. On the other side, there's your Grandmaster picture. The top, very suave Marvel in gloss black on black background. On the bottom, all your legalese, your barcode. I'm gonna see what's going on in here. Now, Grandmaster has the misfortune, and I hate to use that word because it's not really misfortune, but there's not as much excitement here because I've already taken a look at the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive version, which is essentially this, with a different head. So there's no surprise here, there's no shock, there's no awe, but I don't know, this face is growing on me even though the other one is very Goldblumish. It's not like this is a bad figure. In fact, the sculpting and accuracy on this is kind of fantastic. I love the sculpted detail to the outer robe here. It just has all kinds of little bitty twirls in it. That's something to look at everywhere you look. The wrinkles are nicely done, just simulating cloth so well. It comes down to this. Now, usually I would gripe about this because it gets in the way of leg articulation, especially going back. But man, that just looks amazing. When you have him standing, it looks just like a robe. Plus it helps him stand a little bit, being a kickstand. Underneath, I think we established that these are the new Fury legs. Smooth but nice wrinkles. You get the sandaled feet, the blue toenail polish on there, the little gold design around it. It's just interesting all the way around. Up here, you can pop the peg out, take a look at the torso underneath. And it's kind of a shame that this is as restrictive as it is because the torso articulation is actually really nice. I still haven't figured out why he has a double elbow on the right side, but a hinge and swivel on the left. I don't know if it's because of the extra bulk, but with extra bulk, wouldn't that mean more room to put pegs in? I don't know. And then up at the head, I can see Jeff Goldblum in this. It's a good likeness and a nice paint job. I'm digging the photo reel I have since they implemented it. It just keeps on going and working. The hair's a separate piece, a nice dry brush to it to give it an age look, the grays and the darker grays. And going right into comparing the two, the San Diego Comic-Con version is smiling, but he is just slightly looking to his right, too. It kind of throws off poses. This one, he's looking straight ahead. He's more serious. I don't know. I like the smile. It gives it a lot of character, but there's something to be said about the serious face, too. The Korg figure, on the other hand, is full of surprises. In the box, I thought, oh, he's a little bit short. Oh, he's a little bit unarticulated. He won't be able to get in the poses I want him to get. I was wrong. Holy moly. First off, before we get into anything, this strap right here on the lower torso, in the package, this was turned sideways. So I thought, oh man, they got all this accurate armor and straps and lower loincloth stuff and the boots. They got all that accurate. How did they miss that strap right there? It wasn't until I opened the package and started moving it around that I realized, well, what? There's a strap over here. And then I realized there's a swivel at the waist. So you bring it around, bring this back around, there's the strap, now it's accurate. But man, is this thing full of sculpt work, which it had to be to get it accurate to the movie version of Korg. The stone-like skin is perfectly replicated here. The leatheriness of these straps, the metal look of the armor pieces, the red paint just tinted here and there. You have to kind of look for it. And here I thought, what the hell? But that is accurate to the movie too. His shorts come down to the knee. I didn't realize those were doubles when I first articulated this. The shin guards, perfectly done. The gray rock showing through the straps on the back. Just a lot of detail here. The feet, perfectly realized because it doesn't come up and around. It looks looks like a stub of rock down, and then a foot sticking out, which helps with articulation there too. It's crazy. And along with the red, there's some brass punched in there for the little studs. I only wish there was a heavier dry brush on the skin. There is some lighter gray over the darker gray, but I wish the base plastic was a darker gray and then a lighter dry brush on top of it, just to bring out more detail, make it look more like the movie. Because that's also true of the head. The sculpt is there. It looks like Korg. I just wish there was more contrast to the details. Plus in the movie, I think he had more emotive eyes, some pupils, an iris. But really glancing at it, it looks more just like blackness. And then there is just a slight sculpt of teeth inside the mouth. But again, it's black in there, it's hard to see anything. But man, it's more accurate than I thought it was. In the package, it's very misleading. Looking at the articulation on Grandmaster, there's a hinge at the top of the neck with a ball going up into the head. Looking at it through the camera, the neck looks really dark, but that's just a lot of shadow coming off the side lights. But he can look up really well. Looks completely down, burying the chin. Nice tilt. They're gonna be gladiators in this arena. Swivel, arm hinges up past 90. Swivel at the bicep. Double elbow, all the way up. The same cannot be said about the left side. It comes up to about 90. Side to side hinge, swivel. Like I talked about, below here, there is a ball joint in the torso, can crunch forward, arc back, a little bit of tilt side to side, then it swivels. The ball hips come up all the way. Back, out, not bad. Swivel at the thigh. Double knee, bing. Ankle swivels side to side, hinges back that far, hinges forward, and then a forward facing pin for some rocker. For Korg, again, very, very surprising. This kind of blew my socks off. There's a hinge at the top of the neck with the ball going up into the head. It can look up, can look down. Some tilt. My name's Korg. This is a review. Swivels. Arm hinges up about that far. Okay, the sculpt does get in the way. That's just the nature of the look here. But on the left side, this armor plate is attached to the bicep. So when he raises his arm, it goes up and over the shoulder. And then when you rotate it around, it moves with it. So it doesn't really get in the way. Swivel at the bicep. Double elbow, chunkiness, rockiness. There's a band going right there, but it does come up past 90. Weapon holding right hand, hinges up and down. Swivel, in and out on the left. Ball in the mid-torso, can crunch about that far. Arcs back really far. Some left, some right. Good movement. There is swivel there, but there is also swivel at the waist. The belt and these hanging down plates are floating. They're not attached, so you can kind of take them and move them up just a little bit to raise the leg up about right there. Back, out. How is it that Korg has a lot more side kick than a lot of other figures? Swivel at the thigh. Double knee, watch this. Kicks his rocky ass. The kneecap does get lost in here. There's a lot of flatness, but man, the range of motion is amazing. And then because of the design of the foot, there's not really a heel sticking out here. Goes back all the way. Goes forward, not quite as much. But check out the rocker because of the forward-facing pin. Grandmaster comes with his melting stick. It's just cast in the marbleized swirly twirly gold. But there is some paint up here at the top to kind of differentiate the ball from the rest of the staff. And then Korg comes with his club. There's some studs on it. There's some points. But I think, which one is this? I think it's in gold with the gray painted over it. Now here's another thing that threw me. In the package, Korg's head was just barely above Grandmaster's. That's because they had Grandmaster packaged kind of up, and Korg's feet went all the way to the bottom. So when you look at it in the package, you think, oh, Korg's a little short. Not so much. Grandmaster stands at 6 3/8 inches, while Korg stands at about 7 3/4, which is just shy of his listed 8-foot height. Here they are with Marvel Legends Thor, Ragnarok, Loki, and Thor. Thor, for whatever reason, was made really, really tall. So it makes Grandmaster look really small, and actually makes Korg look small. Hiddleston is 6'2", Hemsworth is 6'3", so they should be closer in height. In fact, Goldblum is 6'4", so he should be taller than both of them. But I finally got around to opening my Mezco Thor, and he's much closer in size to Loki and Goldblum, and it makes Korg look as big as he should, as he does in the movie. Plus, having this out for the past 10 minutes, that thing kicks ass. Why haven't I opened this before? Unfortunately, Valkyrie's figure is a little bit tall compared to Thompson's actual height. I usually justify that in my brain as Asgardians being big, but now that we're getting more characters that are supposed to go with those Asgardians, it makes them look a little too big. But this will still be on my shelf because it's Valkyrie. And Korg still works with the SH Figure Arts Thor Ragnarok Hulk from the arena, and then even the Marvel Legends thing. Also, I'd like to thank Star-Lord Rocks on Instagram for sending me this Meek. It just completes the look of Korg. I got Meek, and I've been waiting for Korg. They look great together. I'm currently recording 2 weeks of content, so if this hasn't been shown in a playdate yet, Wait for it, it's coming. So at the end of the day, I knew I'd like the set, but holy moly, I kind of love it. Like I said, the Grandmaster, not a lot of excitement there, only because I already have the figure for the most part, 99% of it. I am considering displaying the serious look here, but man, I don't know if it can beat the smiling look. That's just the Goldblum to me. But the winner is definitely the Korg here, just surprisingly dynamic. Excellent sculpt, excellent paint, just mind-blowing articulation for what it is. If you look at it, you go, nah, it can't do that. Oh, wait a second, it can. And then finally, with the size, I didn't think it was going to be this big. I got it in the mail. I looked at it and thought, nah, man, how'd they screw up the size like that? Get them out of the package and oops, they got it. I'm sorry for doubting you, Hasbro. At this point, I'm okay with waiting a year or two to get figures from movies if they're going to be this accurate and they're going to be this good. I understand Hasbro wanting to get stuff to the market as the movie hits during the hype and, you know, as it's up here, not as it's down here. But at the same time, we buy those figures and then a lot of people get disenfranchised because they're not accurate or there's something wrong with them, and then Hasbro comes out later with a more accurate version and everybody, well, that's just a money grab, what the hell? And it kind of is, I can't deny that, but I'd rather have accurate, at least mostly accurate figures. In my head, this is 100% accurate. I'm sure there's something off, but in my display and my mind, this is good enough. And you know what? Good plastic means happy time for a robo. So if you enjoyed the review, comment, like, subscribe. I'll catch you on the Fwoosh.